in high school, I knew you freshman year because we were in band together, and then you stopped showing up. I was like, I wonder where Trevor went.
Yeah.
So
that was a fun year, actually, band.
What? Oh, in band? Yeah, I know.
Together, yeah, in band.
You, me, Kip, and
yeah, that's
the
really
crew.
where we all got close. But
so it was after freshman year you decided not to go to high school anymore?
yeah, so I split it. I did like bio in school, but I ended up doing like half school in sophomore year, and then all the rest was online for the rest of high school.
So were you still doing it through Essex? Online?
So technically, I mean, I actually flipped between two different online institutions that both were accredited through Essex. So like, well, of course, not only Essex, but they had a bunch of different schools that accepted their credits.
Yeah.
So Essex was one of those schools. And so, yeah, I got the diploma through Essex.
Interesting.
But it's not, it was more, my counselor would help me out and everything like that. He told me what classes I needed to take, of course, just like everybody did.
Yeah.
I did the same requirements as any normal student at Essex would do.
Do you have that diploma yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember for a while there, you're like, I got one more class or whatever.
Had that stinking English class though.
That one.
And online gym. That was a funny one.
Oh, I did online gym, dude. I took online bowling. It was awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you imagine?
But again, that did not feel like me working towards the goal that I needed to be working towards. So that was a rough thing.
Is that you mean being in high school?
Well, just doing those classes.
Yeah.
I felt like some of the information I really, and I like to have an open mind about it. I always said, if I'm going to do this and I'm going to learn this stuff, then I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to make sure that for some reason I really enjoyed biology and, learned the things. And I remember all the things, I could ace any exam to this day, but it's like, even math too. It's like, I loved math because music is math, but it's like, I feel like so much of it was just garbage. So much of it, I just didn't need to know, didn't need to learn. It was a good, I still look at it with an open mind and say, that was my test for trying to memorize lyrics, I guess.
I guess, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if I needed to remember all that senseless information, I guess my memory got strengthened.
Sure.
Is what stay in school.
That's
kids.
a really positive way of thinking about classes you're not enjoying.
Stay in school.
Okay, so needless to say, you're 19 and not in college.
Yeah, I decided not to go to college right now. I figure, we'll see how things go. You never know how things go. But if I did college, it would also be online because
really?
I feel like I wouldn't. You know how college campuses are. They're worse than high schools as far as drugs and everything like that go. And
majority.
And there's just a whole lot of distractions. I know networking is great. Networking is awesome. I'm always looking for new ways to network, but college for me, it just doesn't feel like it's the right way.
Yeah.
But I do value the education, and if the opportunity presented itself where I feel like I wanted to go get a job that required a college diploma, I would go for it.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, I feel like you're probably, actually not probably, I know you're learning way more right now than you probably would be in college, just because dude, you're a bookworm.
Yeah.
You're self-motivated.
I read, I read like 42 books last year, 43 books last year.
All mostly related to music?
All related to music.
Yeah. See, that's incredible.
Actually, sorry, that's not true. All related to music, but my career in music, but some of them were actually financial too. So I read probably 7 or 8, just like investing, everything like that, books.
Yeah.
But yeah, the again, it's all, when I left high school, even I told myself this has to be out of commitment to self-education, because the only reason I left high school is, the reason I left high school is not just to get away from the dark things like the drug scene and everything like that, but it was mainly to make sure that I was having more time to invest in myself, invest my time more smart. I I love
that. That
No.
was perfect.
No, I'll say that again.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
to
So
be
I'm
able
a
to-
school dropout.
To be able to invest my time in things that better supported me in where I want to go in life.
Yeah, right. And like you said, not just the dark things like drugs, but also the negative people. It allowed you.
Yeah.
It allowed
I mean,
you the time to invest in yourself.
There are
and learn
still-
from yourself,
yeah.
and that's why I wanted to get out of the office culture, because of all the negative people.
Yeah.
They were inhibiting me working, A, to enhance my career, and B, just to get the work done.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's a big thing. I mean, I think if anything, negative people are all around, right? And in high school, it's especially prevalent because, you know, I was pretty unpopular in high school, and I'm quickly realizing how unimportant that was and how happy I am that I didn't pursue that in any way. Because you see some of those kids that you viewed as like top dogs, and it doesn't matter. Where they are now, it doesn't matter. Nobody remembers that anymore. Everybody's past high school now. It's like, I'm glad that I left myself with something that'll last me my entire life. All this education, everything like that, it won't go away until the day I die. You know, and it's like, once you die, you have way more important things to think about. So, but like,
Now the other one's getting fat and lazy.
yeah, I mean,
You just did that in 8th grade instead of
yeah, exactly. I
after
peaked
graduation.
way early. My weight peaked way earlier than theirs did. Yeah, that's where I say I peaked in high school. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is, yes, you're right. Like the negativity around people is like crazy because, you know, everybody wants to tell you you can't do it. Everybody wants to tell you that. And, you know, if you believe it, then it's true. And that's the biggest thing is like, if I, you know, I've been told multiple times, you know, how much like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Not just by other people. It's actually typically the ones who are closest to you who want to keep you where you are, you know, and that's not a knock to anybody in specific, but it's like, it's just to say that, you know, whoever the people are that are closest to you, they love you how you are. But when you try and grow, sometimes they feel like they want to pull you back. And for me, that couldn't be more true. You know, it's like I have big goals, you know, and that's the thing. I like to keep it that way. No matter what I do, no matter what I pursue, I try and shoot as high as possible because it makes me prepare for that. And then when I leave, even if you fail once, twice, 10 times, 100 times, you still have that education. That's what I love about it. And everything I've learned about music, it's not like, you know, I feel like in a sport, and I love sports, you know what I mean? But I feel like if I were to put all this energy into football, right? You try your hardest. What's the best case scenario? You make the NFL, okay? Right? Maybe second best case scenario, you're a really good college player, right? But then you play football through college. You haven't really made a living. College players can get pretty popular and stuff like that, but it's like, then you get out and do you really have that much invested in yourself? Because football is something that you have it and then you don't for the rest of your life. Once you're done with football, all that work you've put in, you can't use once you're 35, 40 years old. And that's an entire half of your life. Yeah,
that's crazy.
You might have played football half your life, but now you have a whole nother half. And that's what I love about music. It makes me feel really comfortable about music is that it will always be there. And,
Sure.
and it's such an amazing art because like all this energy I'm putting in, I know I'll really never lose it unless I lost my life, of course.
So after senior year, also, I feel like when you talk about education, I feel like I'm talking to someone who's gone to like college for 8 years, talking about how valuable education is. You know what I mean?
I hope nobody ever takes from my conversations that I think college is a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think college is a great thing, but I think saying that college is for everybody is a false statement because, you know, some people need college. I think, you know, there are some things, engineering and certain design skills, and of course, architecture, lawyers, doctors, like you need to. I don't know how to do thyroid surgery. The guy that did my thyroid surgery, I'm really glad he spent 4 years learning how to do that because that's what I'm saying is it's like that there are occupations where that really, really does matter and the networking matters and everything like that too. And even for occupations that it doesn't matter, it's still a good experience for people most of the time and you can get a lot out of it. But it's just not for everybody, and especially not right away. You know,
Yeah.
that was my thing is I think the last thing I should have done is gone right from all that high school stuff into another 4 years of it, because it just would have made me feel like I could have done something so much more with that time.